Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is going on? How are y'all doing? Let me go ahead and fix my screen and get me back to full screen. Give me one moment. All right. All right, that should fix it. All right, what's going on, good people? Now I can see full screen. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? Hope all is well with everybody, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. If it is not, you can always hit me up in the DM. You can always hit me up by email. However, my inbox email arms are open to you, okay? I am going to get our other cousins in on the chat, and we're going to go ahead and take off. I want to first start by showing you two things really quickly. So bear with me. I'm going to welcome everybody in, and then we just going to get this thing popping. All right, what's going on, good people? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. I came by here real short, sweet, straight to the beat to disrupt, okay? You see the title. They have raised everything except your income. And I would like to share with you two pieces of information where you are going to be able to see, first and foremost, how this is affecting you, what's happening, and how other people are benefiting from it. And I'm going to show you exactly who's benefiting. Welcome to everybody that is here for the first time. Welcome back to everybody that has always came and hang with your girl, Dr. Worlds. Today is a very sad day, but yet and still, I have fought my way through this day. And one of the things that I put on my prayer list was that I would just make it through the whole entire day. So I am burning oil right now, just trying to make it to the end of the day and do something positive. That's how I get my link back to the enemy when he thinks he's going to put me in a state of depression or put me in a state of extreme grief. Against all odds, I refuse to go down. So, with that being said, if I don't seem as giddy as I normally am, then that is why. Okay. It has been a very hellish mentally past few weeks. And today was one of those days where I shed a lot of tears. But I'm not here to talk about that at this time. I am going to start, talking about it a little bit more. That's something that I said today I was going to do, talk to some other people about it. Nevertheless, I'm not going to use this live for that. I want to ask you guys to share. Please, if you can, we are up against a machine called the algorithm that dictates whether our information get, reshared, show up in the For You page or on somebody's timeline. And I know that every time that I sit down and take a seat and turn this live on, that I am here for somebody. Okay. One thing that I do ask God all the time is you got to make this pain purposeful, because ain't no way. Ain't no way a person could be in this much pain and still make it every day. Like, there's no way. So this pain has to become purposeful, and every time I sit here, it's on purpose. What I'm doing right here, right now, is in honor of them. But the same people that took them out is trying to take my other cousins out. And that gives me reason and purpose to keep on going. So, with that being said, I just want to show y'all two things real quick, and then I got a small presentation to just give y'all some information, get y'all up to speed on what's going on. Then I got some amazing opportunities, okay? Some oldie but goodies that I ain't brought out in a long time because I left them where they were at. Um, and see if you guys want to take advantage of any of those opportunities. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share my share my screen real quick. I'm gonna first start off with this one, okay? Because I want y'all to understand there's two things happening. I'm gonna share this one first because it was up here, and if I don't share it now, I have to scroll all the way back down to find it again, okay? But I want to share this with y'all, especially to my melanated men and mamacitas. This is a time and an opportunity where you could actually get something and do something different that you ain't never did before. And it's not, based upon your skin color, it's not based upon your education, it's not based upon your degree, where you grew up from. None of that matters. It's not based upon your credit, okay? It's not based upon how much income you make. None of that, okay? And I know a lot of my people, I sit in rooms where my other business mates have free, workshops and events, and they bring out a lot of our cousins, and they be like, this seems cool, but I don't think I want to do this, or I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know if I can do that. Well, if you don't do it, you will be absolutely screwed. Somebody got to tell you the truth. And I'm not just talking about money wise. If you cannot provide for your family, if you cannot pay your bills, if you have no means of making money, that is a very dangerous position to be in. Okay? If right now what is happening will allow you to go and get this type of money, and I don't care if you don't do nothing but go buy you some land and build you a house and start growing your own food and get it around a community, okay? Because if we don't learn this stuff, and if we don't actually get into this digital system, and you ain't getting down with it, it ain't jiggy with you, you have reservations about why you don't want to be a part of this digital ID, mandatory this, scanning your eyeballs for that, making you do your fingerprints for this. If that ain't your type of tea, then you got to do something for yourself. Because reality is, if you don't, then that will be your portion. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you know anything about scripture, we were told way back in scripture, many, many will compromise, many will bend their knee, and many will forever have their fate sealed because of that. And that's just too costly for me. Okay. Even if you don't believe in the word of God, even if you don't believe in the Bible, even if you're not spiritual, okay, they believe, and they showing you exactly what they finna do. I've already brought y'all all the receipts I can bring you, okay, to where I'm tired of bringing you receipts. You can't see this in your face and still just be like, oh, okay. No, you can't see this. You can't see them saying that it's mandatory in Mexico. You want to know something? If you want to know what they gonna do or what's coming for you tomorrow, look at what's happening to others today. I will say that again. Some of that went over your head like luggage. If you want to know or see what's coming for you tomorrow, you got to look at what's happening to others today. If you don't, I want to stray off of this real quick and just show y'all a couple of receipts, okay? Hold on. Excuse me. All right, check this out. And I've been reporting a lot. Thank you, beloved. I've been reporting a lot, okay, when it comes to Mexico and what Mexico been doing. And you finna see at least 3 or 4 things I've reported. Now, by June, I'm gonna read it to y'all over here. By June 30th, 2026, all mobile phone users in Mexico, even if you travel to Mexico, okay? Doesn't matter if you live there or not. If you're vacationing, this is mandatory. All mobile phone users in Mexico, prepaid and postpaid, must register their numbers with the government, linking them to their CURP and official ID. This mandatory initiative aims to curb crime, and failure to comply by deadline will result in suspension of service. Your phone will not work at all, not even on Wi-Fi. Y'all go look it up and read the rest. I brought you to the water. Okay? If you want to know what's going to happen to you or what's coming for you tomorrow, pay attention to what's happening to others today. They are mandatory making all of their citizens register their phones or have no communication. That's too totalitarian. And you want to know the reason why I keep on bringing up Mexico? You want to know the reason why I keep on bringing up what they doing? Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. So just in 2 months, you don't register your phone with a digital platform, you don't have a means to talk to nobody. Okay. Christy Noam tells Mexican president biometrics. Okay. Biometrics is mandatory. Okay. Now, this was our Homeland Security person working under the Trump administration who just, I guess she got fired maybe about a couple weeks ago. Our administration sent our Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, to pressure, okay, pressure the um, Mexican woman president over there to share biometric data of migrants and travelers. The Mexican citizens rebelled and almost got this woman up out of here, okay? They was like, is you crazy? We say no, we say no, we say no. She kept going back over there. I covered it here on my channel. She kept going back over there, pressuring them to make everything in Mexico all in the name of we're going to curb illegal immigrants coming into our country. Our government went over there and pressured these people to now do what we've seen. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Okay. I was trying to hit the back button so I can go over here on Google and back myself right out of the studio. But let me share this again so we get back to where we was at. Our government is behind this because this is a part of Donald Trump's beautiful big bill, the excessive biometric surveillance. I covered that. I've been covering these things, okay? And I don't want to make this video long, but I just want to show you with receipts. It started back in 2025. She was going over there pressuring Claudia Scheinbaum. And Claudia Scheinbaum at that time said no. Okay? Stating her government does not have or collect such data. So then there was a whole bunch of, back and forth, biometric data requests. And so the Mexican president was like, no, we don't have anything, no system set up like that. And now would you look at it? Now would you look at it? Now let's go back. Okay? Now would you look at what Mexico got now? By June 30th, 2026, all mobile phone users in Mexico, prepaid and postpaid, must register their phone numbers with the government, linking them to CURP, which is a digital platform. This mandatory initiative aims to curb crime, and failure to comply by the deadline will result in suspension of your services. Okay? Deadline June 30th for all existing lines. Requirements: user must provide the Clava Unica de Registro de Poblacion, valid ID, and possibly a facial scan for verification. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is mandatory. But it don't stop there. It does not stop there. Mexico will not be taking cash. Wait, let me go back. Put the right keywords. Mexico. Hold on. Mexico, what is it called? I was just about to think about it. It's two different things I'm thinking about. I'm trying to get to the first one. Oh, ban cash payments. End of 2026. Okay? President Claudia Sheinbaum, the same woman, plans to eliminate cash payments at gas stations and highway toll booths by the end of 2026 as a part of a broader push to digitize the Mexican economy. This initiative aimed to make digital payments, y'all see these keywords they keep using? Mandatory for these services. So you ain't finna get no gas. The number one thing that keep people moving, okay? No tolls, so you can't get on the road to move without paying digital currency. And it's mandatory. But they ain't stopped there. They have not stopped there. I can't think of the other one, but let me see if it'll pull it up off these keywords. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mexico is implementing a mandatory biometric national ID known as the biometric Clava Unica de Registro de Poblacion, starting in early 2026, with widespread adoption expected by 2027. It includes facial, fingerprint, and iris scans required for accessing public private services and linking to mobile phone. You will not be able to get any type of public services, no public jobs. You won't be able to go into no public places, no courthouse, no filing your taxes, no working, no going to school. If y'all don't wake up, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You won't even be able to work. Okay? So these things are happening, not just in Mexico, right here in the United States. Right here in the United States. But I'm going to tell you something that was mandatory, even though AI is about to lie. Okay. We definitely have Louisiana making Louisiana about to be mandatory digital. Okay. But I'm going to tell you how they lying. They mandated that everybody has a real ID in the United States or a passport, okay, which has some type of code in it that is digitally tracked. With a passport, they can track if you went to the Bahamas, to the Caribbean, without looking at your passport book because you have that passport, the identification. They normally put it up to the thing and slide it or scan it or whatever, right? Just like your ID with the barcode. So now, if you don't have the real ID or a passport, you cannot fly. I can't fly from California to Florida. I cannot fly from, Atlanta to New York, not domestically. And you know what else I can't do? Enter no federal building. Can't go into no Social Security office. Can't go into no IRS building. It's mandatory that you have the real ID. And they wanted it done by 2030. So they pushed that by 2026, everybody, they went on a whole campaign. Okay. There is no mandatory universal digital ID system in the United States. Digital IDs are not yet required for daily life nationwide. Instead, multiple states offer optional mobile driver license for convenience, with Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Louisiana, and Utah leading in adoption. Okay. So New Jersey was absolutely going with their digital ID. Okay. Mandatory for you to work. Okay. It was, I don't know if they passed, it say New Jersey passed a digital ID law with privacy protections that are exceptional compared to most states. Okay. That was in November. But I also know Louisiana. Okay. Louisiana also want digital ID, all in the name of border patrol and safety from illegal immigrants. Okay. It ain't been a law that says, like Mexico, your phone's going to be turned off. But if you, my brothers and my sisters, want to know what they going to do to you or what's coming for your tomorrow, look at what's being done today. I'm going to stop sharing there because we can go all the way around this thing like Georgia Brown. But I'm going to bring it back over here real quick because I have a small presentation that I want to share with you guys. So the reason why I brought that whole Netflix, OpenAI, the reason why I brought that up is because right now there's two things happening simultaneously. There is a wealth transfer where monies is being shifted from one person's hands to the next person's hand, from a whole group of people to another whole group of people, from one system to another system. The wealth is being transferred. And then the other hand, you have the wealth being hijacked. It's being taken over from everybody who's supposed to share in the wealth transfer. But if people don't know how to get involved, people don't know what to do, they will never do it, which means more for them and less for you. Netflix and OpenAI are paying up to $775,000 every single year for this in-demand job. I literally built 2 apps with a prompt in front of you guys where it says no coding experience required. They are looking for people who can build apps and websites, and it's in high demand, so much so that they almost willing to pay you $1 million a year. Okay, that's number one. Since that was right there, I just want y'all to take a screenshot of how much is not knowing how to do this costing you. You got a ballpark figure right here on the screen. You can never in your lifetime ever work hard enough to accumulate a massively $775,000 in your lifetime, let alone a year. Let alone a year. So I'm showing you what it's costing you to not know this, to not learn, to not want to learn, because this is going to be your portion if you don't. These positions prioritize skills like writing and editing. What? Say what? With ChatGPT? What? I'm writing my clients' books, transcribing with AI. I'm writing their books. You got books? Get them out. Okay? Most people are not living up to their means, and it's just a sidebar. I be telling people all the time, you got a book, you got a story, because we all do. You might as well put that in a book format. And now when you put that in a book format, it gives you authority. Authority for what? Authority because you overcame. Authority so you can be listened to. Authority so you can help others. The first 5 letters in authority is Arthur. And the last 3 letters in Arthur is a T. Authority. Okay? And now they looking for people to write and have writing skills and editing skills. That's top of priority. No coding. Okay? This is what it's costing you. How well would this do your life right now to have $775,000? How well would this do your life? If you can use a tool to do the writing for you, how well would this do your life? If you can take somebody's website and say, I want you to write me a blog post. I want you to turn this into content for this business. 30 days worth of content every single day. And then I'll take it back to them and say, hey, this is how you can scale your business. I got all your social media posts for 30 days. Okay. I got you blog posts for your email list. I'm going to send this out for 30 days on the strength as an example. Okay. See how many lead sales you get in. It ain't going to take me no time. Set that bad boy on automation. Let automation post the content every single day like a real human being. Let the automation send the emails out every day like a real human being. And then he comes back at the end of 30 days. He done got more visibility. He done got more likes, followers. He done got more clients, or whatever the case may be, more book sales, more people to join his community, whatever the case may be. He done got more of those. I say, you like those results? Yeah. You want to keep them? Yeah. $10,000 a month. I'll run your whole entire ship for your social media marketing, your blitz. I'll run it for you for $10,000 a month for 3 months. And then if we want to continue to contract in, then I'll renew for another 10,000 for another 3 months quarterly. Simple as that. AI will help you do that. That's why they're willing to pay you this type of money. Okay, let me take this off and go to the two things that I wanted to show you. Why they are using AI to replace you and take your jobs. This is their plan for you. The same thing they're willing to pay people to do will be the very thing that takes the jobs of those who don't know how to do it. Will AI replace human jobs and make universal basic income necessary? They just had a meeting on this a couple of days ago. AI leaders have all said, with Elon Musk renewing it again today. Okay. What universal basic income is basically offering recurring cash payments to all adults in a population regardless of status. Can I tell you how much money they want to offer all adults to sit at home and do nothing? $1,000 for one, okay? $1,000. That's how much they want to offer. And it's not like you're going to have, high mortgage, all of that. They plan on erasing all of that, resetting. We're going to reset everything. We in debt. Everything needs to be reset. We in debt, so we're going to just give everybody a clean start, and we're going to give everybody $1,000. But here is the kicker. They control it. If they want to shut it off, they can. If they want to increase it, they can. If they want to freeze it, they can. And that is too costly. What if they want to freeze your money for 7 days? 7 days, you and your babies or whoever you got in your family that depend on you will not have any option to survive, to provide anything, okay? AI is making every job obsolete, is what these AI leaders said. So they say the solution from Silicon Valley is a universal paycheck, which means no work required. Do you know we are human beings are supposed to have movement? That's why we're called human beings. We're supposed to have movement. We do better when we collaborate, connect, when we, network with each other. We do real well. So while they looking to make one category extremely poor and extremely controlled, there's another category of people, okay, that made that bank. 30 million in 1 hour from the war, big oil. 30 million in 1 hour. While you got people out here losing their jobs, and you got people out here, barely making ends meet. Everything then went up except your paycheck. How is this supposed to work? What is the end result of this going to be? Except you have to give everybody universal basic income. You'll have a whole entire country without any resources and any means to be able to provide it for themselves. A whole entire country. So there will be no other exception but to make things right by giving everybody equal privilege that they control. That is the goal. I don't want nobody controlling anything. 2020 should have been a wake-up call for us all. When them people say you cannot go to work, when them people say you don't have the ability to make money, when them people say that we gonna argue in Congress and take a vacation to see if we gonna give everybody a $1,200 stimulus check, no. Meanwhile, Netflix, the porn industry, all these people went up in numbers and went up not just in views. I'm talking about dollar bills. Meanwhile, the other people just sit at the house, twiddling their thumbs, wondering when they finna get back to normal. And normal has never come since then. We just been going up and up a slippery slope, you know, since 2020. You have to open up your eyes and realize we've been bamboozled right before our very eyes. And when will enough be enough? When will enough be enough for you? Because we not winning, we losing. If you look at who's winning, it ain't us. In the first month of the war in Iran, the top 100 oil and gas companies raked in 30 million an hour. Oh my Lord. 100 of them raked in 30 million an hour in profits. According to analysis from The Guardian, this is a fuel cost rise to over $100 a barrel, and Americans are paying on average over $4 per gallon to fill up their cars. Moments of global crisis continues to translate into bumper profits for oil majors while ordinary people pay the price. Until government kicks their fossil fuel addiction, all of our spending power will be held hostage to the whims of strongmen. Patrick Gailey, the head of news investigation at Global Witness, said, because these people are getting filthy rich off of us. They're getting filthy rich and we're getting filthy poor. We have to wake up and see, okay? And there ain't no way of stopping what they're doing. But there is a way of protecting and making sure that whatever is going on, I will be less impacted because I prepared. I will be less impacted because I did something when I had the time to do it before I don't have the time to do nothing. And we just up boo boo creek. Real talk. This stuff is hitting closer and closer and closer and closer to us by the day. Okay. I am going to put on this presentation real quick because I'm not going to hold y'all long at all. I'm mentally just, I need rest, but I don't want to rest too early. So let's get into this real quick. Says your paycheck is shrinking, but the bills are growing. And this is real talk. This ain't even no foolishness. This is straight up real talk. Your paycheck, your money is getting more funny looking. But them bills are steady growing and escalating. The gap between what you earn and what you owe is widening every single month. Inflation does not negotiate. Landlords do not offer grace periods. And your job, no matter how secure it feels today, is one restructuring. That's a key word, away from gone. This presentation isn't a warning, it's a blueprint. I'm going to actually go over some opportunities where y'all can at least position yourself a little bit better than what you are currently. The cost of living is rising fast. The numbers don't lie. You feel them every single time you swipe your card. What used to be a comfortable monthly budget now falls short, and the gap keeps on widening. This isn't a temporary blip. It is a structural shift in the American economy that's squeezing the middle class from every direction. You got rent and housing. It has surged 25 to 40% up in major cities over the past 4 years. Home ownership feels increasingly out of reach for millions of working Americans. Monthly housing costs now consume a record share of your take-home pay. Groceries. The average American family spends significantly more on food than just 3 years ago. Eggs, meat, dairy, staple items have seen some of the steepest price jumps in decades. Feeding a family is now a budget crisis. You got gas and transportation. Fuel prices remain volatile and budget busting. When gas spikes, it doesn't just hurt at the pump, it raises the cost of everything that moves, from delivery fees to airline tickets to the food on your table. And then you have utilities, insurance, and childcare, etc. Electric bills, car insurance premiums, and childcare costs have all climbed sharply. These are non negotiable line items. You cannot opt out of these, and every year they take a bigger slice of your paycheck. Bottom line is everyday life costs more now, and it's not slowing down. The question is, what are you going to do about it? That's the biggest question. Wages are not keeping up, but everything else is going up. And here's the brutal truth that most financial experts won't say out loud: working harder is no longer enough. The traditional playbook, get a job, get raises, retire comfortably, has been broken by three compounding forces: inflation, wage stagnation, and a cost structure that grows faster than any annual revenue ever will. Real wages adjusted for inflation actually declined for millions of workers during the most recent inflationary surge. That means even workers who received a 3 to 4% raise effectively took a pay cut. The math is working against you when inflation outpaces income growth. For families with two incomes, this is stressful. For single income households, it is a crisis. And for the millions living paycheck to paycheck, one unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, a missed shift, can trigger a debt spiral that takes years to escape it. What this means for you: one income no longer comfortably covers a family of four in most United States cities. Millions rely on high interest credit cards just to survive emergencies. The middle class lifestyle now requires upper middle class income. Retirement savings are being rated to cover today's bills, and side hustles are no longer optional. They're financial survival gear. More people are working harder, longer, more hours, taking on extra shifts, and still failing behind. This is not a personal. Uh-oh. This is not personal failure. It is systemic. It is a systemic squeeze that demands a strategic response. Why extra income matters right now? Because this isn't about getting rich quick. This is about eliminating the single greatest financial vulnerability most Americans carry: a single point of income failure. One job, one employer, one decision away from financial chaos. Building extra income streams is not a luxury, it's the new minimum wage viable strategy for financial stability in today's economy. You got to have multiple income streams or you won't make it. You just won't make it if you do not. Okay? One income equals one point of failure. When your only income source disappears, layoffs, health crisis, company closures, everything collapses at once. There's no buffer, no runways, no options. Single income dependence is the most dangerous financial position that you can be in today. Layoffs are happening without warnings. In 2023, 2024, and 2025, I just shared with y'all 500 over, they said 500 plus black men have been removed from the workforce. In the latter of 2025, or maybe the middle of 2025, I want to say I might be a little far off with my dates, but I know it was last year as well. 300,000 black women was removed from the workforce in 3 month time frame. So if you're looking at that many numbers just for the Afro Americans, what about all the other people? I mean, I've never seen companies lay off 60,000. The post office just laid off all thousands. I'm like, wow. Okay. They laid off hundreds of thousands of professionals, many with no warning, from companies they thought were stable. AI, automation, and cost cutting have made job categories truly safe. Your employer's loyalty has limits. He gonna always pick him or her over you. Your financial system should not. Bills do not pause. Rent is due on the first. Car insurance renews automatically. Groceries don't go on hold. When income stops, obligations do not. The only way to survive an income disruption without going into debt is to have income flowing from multiple directions before the disruptions happen. You don't wait for the disruption to happen to try to figure it out. Now you're panicking, you're making mistakes, and most of the time you fail because you're reactionary. But if you be proactionary, okay, when you start doing preventative work, if a disruption happens, there's no leaking in your system. Okay, everything is flowing smoothly. Options only come from multiple streams of income. That's why the wealthy are wealthy, because they do not have one stream of income. They have stocks, they have bonds, they have real estate, they have investment opportunities. I mean, they have all kind of stuff. Okay, extra income isn't just about money; it's about options. The freedom to say no to a toxic job, the ability to take time off without panic, the confidence to negotiate from a position of strength. Extra income streams transform your entire relationship with money and power. It's all linked together. If you don't build systems, you're going to depend on them for the rest of your life. That's just the truth. Every system you don't own, somebody else control. And when you live inside systems that you don't control, like your job, like your bank, like your platform, like your institutions, you are always one policy change away from disruption. Dependence is expensive. Independence is built. Your employer controls your hours, your pay, your advancement, and your termination date. You trade time for money at a fixed rate with no ownership stake in the value that you created. Banks profit from your money while paying you near zero interest. They set the terms of your credit, determine your access to how much capital, and can freeze, restrict, or deny at will. Platforms like social media, e-commerce, and gig economy platforms can change their algorithm, raise their fees, or ban your account overnight, taxing your income source with them, or taking your income source with them, excuse me. Institutions like government programs, corporate benefits, pension funds, these systems were built for a different era. Relying on them as your primary financial safety net is a bet with shrinking odds. Hold on, you guys, 1 second. The only escape from dependence is ownership. You own your income systems, you own your assets, you own your future. That process starts with 7 strategies ahead. I'm going to go over them in just a moment. Okay. I'm going to stop the share there. I'm going to go over some low ticket opportunities because I planned on coming by here to just throw some stuff out. Okay. I don't care what you got. You got to take what you got and invest in yourself. That's just period, point blank. The only thing that I can tell you right here, right now, which is the honest to God truth, not on no other, not on no other stuff, not on no BS, not on none of that. If you don't got control of your future, your family, or your finances, then what are we doing? Should no man have control over your future, over your finances, and over your family? No man. Because if you give them the power to feed you, you also gave them the power to starve you. And that's the whole aim of this game with this digital ID. Is to control. They can control us spending dollar bills right now. They can't track that. They don't know where money is going from, where it's coming from. They don't know that. But to have everything tracked or traced, your health, you have to wear wearables, won't be no more smartphones. Mexico is not the only one making people register their phones. They don't even want us to have smartphones by 2030. Like, we don't have a lot of time to prepare and build us something. I would love to build with a community of people where we protect ourselves. No, thank you, Mr. Government. We don't need your services. We got nurses over here. We got teachers over here. We got dentists over here. We got bankers over here. We got everything we need. And we can police, protect, and provide for our own selves. Okay? But we're going to use y'all money to do it. That's 100%. We're going to protect it just like y'all do. We're going to run the same plays that y'all do. And right now is that time. Before they do anything with the dollar bill, we should all be working collectively to go get as much as we can. If they're going to pay you $775,000 to learn a new skill, why the hell wouldn't you go learn that new skill? If you had to stay up extra hour, or rise up early extra hour, or on your lunch break instead of scrolling, you actually like, look, let me just learn a 1-2. Let me just learn a 1-2. Let me just put in repetitions, okay? Because that's where real learning begins. It's not hard. It's just different. Repetitions. If I want to learn something, I got to do it over and over and over and over again until I know how to do it literally without a thought. I know how to go in and open up that safe. I know how to go and unlock that store. I know how to close it. That's repetition. You learn how to drive by being repetitious. You learn how to walk with repetition. You learn how to eat with repetition. Okay? Everything in our life will require repetition. But if they're willing to pay you that type of money where you can get you and your family in a better position, why not? Why not? And the love of money is the root to all evil, because that got a lot of people in the chokehold. Money is the root of all evil. No, the love of it. When you're willing to murder somebody for it, when you're willing to steal and lie and cheat and be very deceptive, when you're willing to go to no ends of the earth for it, then you got a root of evilness inside of you, okay? Because that same Bible that people quote and believe, that misconception, is the same Bible that says in Ecclesiastes 11:9-2, money answereth all things. You want to know how money answers all things? Try living without it. Try buying clean water, bottled water. Try going to go tell the landlord or the mortgage company, um, money is evil. So I don't have it. And I don't pay. Try that. Try, getting dressed and buying clothes to clothe your nakedness without it. Try eating food without it. Try driving a car without it. Try buying shoes without it. Try living in America without it, or anywhere in the world that accepts U.S. currency. Try it. Money answereth all things. And if we have problems, there's a lot of problems that money can't solve. There's a lot of problems that money can solve. It can solve poverty. It can solve hunger, homelessness, right? It can solve problems, cures for cancers, limbs for those who don't have limbs, who would like to know what it is to walk or write. They are maimed. It could solve problems. It could save people's lives as well. Somebody with a cancer diagnosis, they don't just rely on Medi-Cal, okay? One size fits all, and you actually got enough money to put them in a cancer center treatment of America, which 95, 97% of their patients all survive their diagnosis, okay? Because you pay like you weigh, then you can put some time expansion on your loved one's life. So yes, money does solve problems. And you know what type of problem money will solve for you right now? Making sure that you don't become a digital slave in a digital prison. That your kids don't become digital slaves in a digital prison because you failed to prepare, or you was too scared to learn a new skill, or too busy, or too lazy. You got to do something, okay? So I got a couple opportunities. I'm going to be gone in about maybe 10, 15 minutes at the max. But I pulled out some oldie but goodies, okay? Now, I don't have time because I want to get out of here in 10, 15 minutes to go over or go through all the receipts on this one. But possibly on the next one, I will. Most people get agitated when I share receipts. You got to hear some of the emails and texts. You shouldn't be showing all of that. I don't show that to flex on anybody. I just show you so you know it's possible. I, a regular smuggler, just like you, a regular smuggler, and that ain't diminishing what God calls you to be. I'm just saying we basic people. If I can do it, you can do it. That's the only reason I show you. If they can do it, you can do it. It's the only reason why I show you receipts. But many of y'all been following me for a cool minute, so you saw the receipts. The ones that I just shared 2 weeks ago with one of the brothers. I call them brother, okay? Clients. Um, and I don't really like saying clients when I'm dealing with my cousins because I'm not bigger or better than nobody. But the people that come to me that I serve, that's a better way to say it. Was able to go get 20,000, potentially $50,000 from a CDFI lender. This is free money in your community. I'm not gonna say free money. Take that back. It's not free money. I'm gonna tell you how to make it free though, but it's not free money. Okay, it's money that has to be paid back, but it's money that they will give to you for your idea. Okay, so I'll give you an example of an idea. Why I tell you how I would make it free. They give me $1,000,000. I tell them my idea. I want to be able to build a up to date, you know, modern facility for elderly people. That's a whole nother topic. I was going to give y'all a sidebar. There will be 900 million seniors by 2030. And they're going to need care. They're going to need a lot of things. I'll tell y'all about that in a minute, okay? But the reason why I'm mentioning and using this as an example is because there's going to be 900 million people that retire and become seniors by the year 2030. So a lot. 900 million is a lot. But I say, hey, I'm gonna build a state of the art, modern, up to date, facility for elderly people. I want 80 to 100 doors, and we will accept, all government programs for them. Whether Medicaid is paying for their stay, it's a non-medical facility. We're gonna put, like an exercise fitness room. We're gonna have a dining room where they eat all together. Whatever. I give them the idea. I lay it out plain how much it's gonna cost me, how much I'm gonna need in the first year, how much my budget gonna be, okay? How I'm gonna get monies coming in from other ways. And that's like doing contracts with Medicaid. So I put all of that in a business plan or business blueprint. This is my idea, and this is the goal of this idea. This is where I want to be, and that's why I need the money. So they give you the money. They give you the $1,000,000, right? Now, out of the $1,000,000, say for instance your payment is $10,000 a month. So if it's $10,000 a month, it'd be $120,000 a year to pay them back off of $1,000,000. $120,000 a year times another year, that's $240,000. You gave me $1,000,000. Still got $760,000 left to work with. I pay you $240,000 up front. So for 2 years, you ain't on my back. Every month, like clockwork, you get your payment out of a bank account that I have set up to be put on automated payments. So it's never late. It's always paid on time in full using your money. I still got $760,000 to work with. I'll go find somebody to do the project. 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, right? Soon as I open, I got passive income coming in. So for the first 2 years, I got passive income coming in from all these apartment doors, contracts, regular pay where the children are paying for, the facility stay for their parents or whatever the case may be. Now I got profit. From me taking that $1,000,000, now I'm generating $600,000, $700,000 every month. All of my property is full. So I can start putting up, another 120,000. I'm generating 700,000 a month. Put up another 120,000. Next month, put up another 120,000. So now for the next 4 years, okay, you got 240, you got 480. You almost at half of a million. I'm almost halfway paid off with the loan in just a matter of months, not even a year. Before I pay that loan off, when I get to half, making automatic payments, never late, never, partial payment, full payments, because I use their money to make me money. I absolutely got it for free. They're gonna come back and ask me, hey, would you like, you notice your good payment behavior, would you like to get 2 million this time? Absolutely. Because now I'm gonna go rinse, wash, and repeat what I just did with the first. Why go recreate something? I'm just gonna listen. I'm just gonna ride the wave. I'm just gonna go do same thing I did with this first one. Make that one make me money. So now instead of me having 5 to 700,000 coming in, I now got 14. Uh, no, I now got a million and 400,000 coming in. Okay, every single month from two properties that I went and got their money, paid them back using their own money, bought me something that's going to generate me revenue, and then start paying them back some more, putting it to the side, but I still profit. I can take 120,000 out of 500,000 every single month and still be sitting at 380,000 every month. You can't even spend that much in a month. Can't even spend that much, right? So that is what I would be doing with the money. The CDFI lenders, as long as you got an idea, they will give you the money. Okay. I have the play. It's in the wealth bundle. If you want to know how to start working on your credit, if you want to know where to go get the bag at, who will fund you, if you want to know, how to add trade lines to boost your credit, if you want to know how to start virtual call centers, that is a big one. I push that the hardest because there are so many people that need virtual call centers, especially with all these data centers. This ain't no little change. This is contract type status. It's in the wealth bundle. Okay, if you want to know how to make $100,000 in 30 days just on digital products, which you got digital products inside of the wealth bundle that you don't even got to create. You can sell it, or you can sell the wealth bundle as a whole. You have multiple streams from one investment that you can work and maneuver. Hey, I might be going to a brick and mortar type of job, but this one wealth bundle got multiple ways. Let me show you to get paid. You have to get real creative instead of, having to go here and there and do all of this and do all of that. Listen, it's already done for you right here. All right, let me show y'all. If you want that for $97, put a 1 in the chat. I'm about to show you what all comes into it. I have not advertised it in a very long time. When I did, y'all acted like y'all didn't want it. Okay? You got the CDFI lenders right here. Easy to get approved even with low credit. Majority of them don't even ask for credit. They want the idea. Then you go get you some business grants. This is free money. You ought to be getting like 200 if you don't do nothing else. And say, for instance, you got a lot more time on your hands, right? You're not working a regular 9 to 5. If you take 8 hours from a whole month, just from 1 month, if you separate 8 hours from a whole month and send over Where the kids go? Okay. And send over what was I about to say? Oh, if you take 8 hours out of a month and send at least 100 applications for grants. And I'm not talking about you sitting there manually doing that, especially now with AI. You can go write up your grant information in ChatGPT and then say, hey, here's the link for the grant that I am applying for. Like, could you customize it specifically for this one? And then it gives you that, boom, submit it, it's gone. And you do that at least 100 times. All it takes is 8 hours or less, especially with AI. You are going to win at least 10 to 12 grants every month. That's $200,000 to $500,000 every single month in free money. Okay, inside of this wealth bundle, you got the templates, everything you need. This is free money that does not have to be repaid. It ain't gonna mess with your government, assistance, your EDD, your benefits. It's for your business. Okay, business can't be attached to personal. And you don't even have to send in LLCs and EINs and all of that type of stuff. They may ask for it, but if you are up and starting business and you just trying to get a business off the ground, and I need the money for registration, I need the money for expansion, and I need the money for the location, they'll give it to you for the free 99. Okay, business credit, how you can leverage business credit, how you can build it and leverage it. Within 45 to 60 days, you can have you some business credit. All it takes is for you to have an EIN number that is absolutely free and start building you some trade lines on that. Then 45 to 60 days, now you can have funding like $200,000 on just the business side. Home Depot, Sam's Club, all these places you go to on a regular smuggler and spend money can now be put on the business side. Okay, so there is a lot that's up in here. You got the whole entire CDFI lenders website. This right here by itself is just golden. Hey, I know where you can actually go get guaranteed money from. Okay, they have to give it to us. That's why they have it. In all 50 states, if you just wanted to be a funding specialist and help people find funding and, say, hey, my client's name is this is the name of their business, and this is the lender that we're going to go after. Could you go ahead and write up the proposal or the 5-year blueprint? And then I can just go ahead and send it back to my client. They send it off. And within 30 days or less, they're funded. Okay. Here's a list of 500 grants plus the templates, how to build business credit from scratch, how to purchase age trade lines. Those are, when I say age LLC, those are trade lines. Business card approval guide. If your credit fall under it, hey, go over here to this bank right here. They got you. If your credit score is in this, hey, go over here to this bank right here. They got you. If you need to get your credit together in this whole kit right here, everything you need to get your credit looking better and stronger rapidly. You have the $100,000 marketing strategies, okay? Virtual call center masterclass, how to totally automate, and you never have to pick up a phone, okay? Not you. You start it, and you get these contracts, and you pay these other people that you will learn, okay? $5, $4 an hour. Okay. How to do 10K in 30 days selling digital products. That's a masterclass. How to get started in Turo, Airbnb, corporate contracts, middleman money class. How to get Airbnb corporate contracts from the government. Make a lot of money. Here is the virtual call center templates. So everything is pretty much a DFY for you. Here's the orientation, how you can actually conduct orientation. Here is your automations, how you can automate the whole entire process where your hands don't have to be involved in it, okay? If you want that, put a 1 in the chat, $97. bringing out some oldie but goodies, and I'm gonna be out of y'all hairs in just a moment. I just literally showed you 4 to 5 different streams of income if you wanted to sell those individually. Okay? Remember what I said. It is costing you $775,000 every single year to not get started, to not invest in yourself. Okay? I also have the craft of currency. You want to learn how to start making yourself $10,000 every single month? Because every single month they got something going on. If you want to know how to create websites and apps like I just showed you guys the other day and sell those bad boys for $5,000, $10,000 per pop, okay? And the craft of currency, I covered all of that. Digital products, print on demand, how you can start making money and be in business by today, literally, okay? Also with the websites, how to make wealth from websites. If all I want to do is sell websites in the background without ever using my face, then I don't got to. I could definitely sell websites and apps in the background. My whole marketing content will be AI automated. I will generate my marketing and then put it out there, and whoever bites, bites. And everything is automated, so there's never no need for me to connect with other people. What if I'm not comfortable connecting? That could be you. I'm just using it as an example, okay? So I have the craft of currency, how you can run up a big bag in digital space. And you do not need any skills at all. Also talked about stocks and crypto. Why do you think the oil industry made $13 million an hour? Because they know how to place the right, you know, place themselves in the right position on the game board. 100%. If I know that I ran from the block oil, then I should be having some stocks invested. I talked about this on the last live. If you eat from McDonald's all the time, you should have some stocks in McDonald's. You should always have a way for your money to come back. If all you do is shop at Walmart, then you should have some stocks in Walmart. Okay? If all you do is shop with Sephora, then you should have some stocks in it. If you drive a Tesla, you should have some Tesla stocks. Why not get your money back? Why would you let these people take you all the way down to the ground? Why? Because that's going to be the end game. So the stocks and the crypto is all inside of that craft of currency. It is 5 blessed days. Okay? It is 5 blessed days that your life will never be the same, and neither will your money. I'm talking about everything, how to make coloring books, how to do it all. Okay, print on demand, how to get in the crypto space if you want to get into crypto or either learn about it, how to set it up, how to get into stocks, how to use AI to help you pick the winning stocks, how to create websites from wealth to whole 9 yards. Okay, y'all can get that. Y'all can't get this wealth bundle because this is something that's going to continue to make you money over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's going to cost you $97, okay? But if you want this craft of currency all 5 days, I'm going to give it to a couple of you for $47, okay? In memory of my 2 kings who I do this for. If you want that, put a 2 in the chat. I have never, when I ran it, you paid me $497. It's 5 days, okay? Multiple hours of boatloads of information. Dr. T, I have my first client building a website for him. I am excited for you. That's what I am talking about. Let's highlight and celebrate Brother Cliff. Y'all go ahead and clap it up for him, okay? Clap, clap, clap it up for Brother Cliff. He has his first client, and I promise you, it's only up from there. That feels good. Okay, builds you confidence. It just feels good. Okay. I have the medical courier list and apps. If y'all don't know how much money in it, and let me put y'all up on game right here. Let me put y'all up on some real game. If y'all don't get this, you ain't getting another opportunity. Y'all see the ticker? Whatever I'm offering, because I don't offer these anymore at all. I don't offer them. These are on live only opportunities, meaning you gotta get it where you at. You gotta catch it while it's hot. I will not leave this video up long, and once it's done, we're done. Okay? This is just something I felt led to come by here and do that I said that I would not do. I wouldn't even bring these out, but I'm bringing them out. Okay? If you don't want to get into mentorships, you better get something. So this is the best that I can do. And it makes me feel happy to serve people on such a horrible day. Okay? So I have the medical courier list and apps. You can get that for $47. Now, let me put you up on game. You got to put a 3 in the chat if you want that. Let me put you up on game. They have a guaranteed loan from the SBA if you in the transportation or logistics or courier industry. Then I can help you get $1 million. Okay? I can give you the game on how you go get $1 million. If you a medical courier, okay, or becoming a medical courier, then that qualifies you 100% to go get this $1 million guaranteed money. Okay? Coming in a matter of about 12 to 14 days. We gearing up, straight up, for the wealth transfer. Y'all will not hijack that on my watch. But you can get the medical courier list and apps on how to make $2,000 in a day or a week, however you want to get it, using your own vehicle. If your vehicle is a bill, this ain't no Uber job where you got to pick up people, I'm telling you. $102 to go 5 minutes down the street. This is like a Uber luxury service, okay? Where you go and you do jobs for like the hospitals. Where you go do jobs, and when I say jobs, you might be picking up some blankets, taking them to another facility. You might be picking up some cookies for an executive party. Okay, you might be picking up somebody's clothes from the cleaners, a lawyer, and dropping them at their office or something like that. But they pay you very, very well and very, very lucrative. Very. Okay, you can get that medical courier list and apps, so you can go get yourself prepared. It's in the transportation space for $47. Okay. And sister, I have not forgot about I'm about to mention that again. I did not mention it for the last week or two just so I can get through all of this. Emotionally, it has been a lot. But usually after I go through the process, I come out fired up. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get our thing popping off, our workshop popping off, just as soon as my soul stop hurting. A couple days, okay? Shout out to you, Brother Cliff. I'm going to take the comment down. Shout out to you, Brother Cliff. So the medical courier, with the list and the apps and how to make you $2,000 play, I normally sell it for $97. You can get it for $47, okay? The 7,500 done for you digital products. When I tell y'all are sleeping on, it's already done for you. If you took every digital product, when I tell you it's done for you, you have pregnancy trackers. There's so many pregnant mothers that want to track their pregnancy. You can take that one pregnancy tracker and just sell it for $10 a day. And you don't got to know nobody that's pregnant. Don't even think, well, I got to know somebody that's pregnant to sell it. No, it ain't got to be nobody you know. There are so many women that are pregnant. Okay? You just need to know where to go. Facebook, first time mommy groups, pregnancy mommy groups. Hey, you guys, I got a free tracker, a free pregnancy tracker. Hey, just go to my link right here. You can download it. Once you give it to them for free, they're going to give you their name and their email in exchange. Now you can say, hey, here's the baby first year celebration book. And here's the baby blanket template if you want to add your baby photos. And then here is, breastfeeding tracker if you plan on breastfeeding. I'm having a sale. All three are just $97. Now you have an email list. You don't have to give it away for free, but I just gave y'all a play. That'll get a whole bunch of people on your email list because people love free. They flock to it like flies flock to Dookie. Okay? They love it. So if you want to build an email list and make you a lot of money just from an email list where you ain't got to show your face, use your voice, okay? You just use email system, and that's another way for you to make money. It is 7,500 ways to get paid. That is 7,500 multiple streams of income. Planners, trackers, calendars. If you go type in on Google, the number one digital products that sell, you will find budget trackers, financial trackers, diabetes trackers, mental health mood trackers, pregnancy journals, self-care journals, ADHD. It is fully loaded. You can get that 7,500 done for you digital products for $97. Would you exchange $97 for $7,500? If you sold every product inside of it for $1, you just made $7,500. $7,500. You didn't even pay me nowhere near that to get access to it. Okay? $97 in exchange for $7,500. It's my offer to you. Okay? If you want that, put that in the chat. I believe that's the number 5. And the reason why I say put numbers in the chat, so when people try to pay for stuff and say, hey, you know what? I don't know. What number was it? Go back and listen to it. What number was it? So I know exactly what to give you. Okay. 7,500. Now, my people. If you want to get access, I ain't going to give y'all that one. Land banking workshop. You want to know where to go buy you some land dirt cheap? Get the land banking workshop and the list of all the land banks in the United States of America and start land banking. I'm going to show you from start to finish what land banking is and how you can have you some land in the same day. Show you how to do it the right way. Show you how to buy land that's already valued at 3 to 4 times more than what you put in. And when I say buy you some land very, very low, you can go buy you some land for $100, $200 and hold it until they start building in that area. And then when they come through and build by your dirt, by your land, and they need to buy it from you to complete their building, you in a different position. You bought it for $100, $200. Now you can sell it for $500,000, $1 million. The ball is in your court. They don't make more land. So eventually, and trust me, people hit me up every single day. Text message. Hey, I'm in the area. Would you like to be selling land? Hey, I see your commercial property in DeSoto. Would you like to be selling? They are hunting. They just don't know where to find it. If you created an AI video, say, hey, I have over 150 different places to go buy cheap land, all under $1,000. Some as low as $300, some as low as $172. And you can absolutely have it by clicking on my link right there. They go to your link, you selling it for $97. You get 100 people to pay you $97 in one day. Do the math. These opportunities have never been available for us to just go from nothing to something. Literally. Okay. So I have the land banking workshop and the list. I'm not going to give y'all that for $47, but I will give it to you for $97. The workshop has a lot of amazing information like funding opportunities, who can fund the land, where you want to go look for the land, what you looking for when you go look for the land. You want to make sure there's power access. You want to make sure there's water access. How to tell if this is a good property worth going for, okay? How to take the land, sell it, and actually have a wire transfer in your bank 2 days after purchase, okay? Where are the best land banks to go to? where you can buy houses for under $1,000. Stop playing. The land banking list and workshop is $97. If you want that, put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. All right, y'all. I got. Let me see if I'm gonna offer this. I got the $10,000 SBA plan. When I say they only do a soft pull, there's no credit check involved. Soft pull is more so personal information. It's more so background. Okay, something minute. They're not really looking for nothing but serious stuff. Okay, but basically, this is based solely off of your idea. What you gonna do with this 10,000? How this 10,000 help you get started in business, start a business, scale a business, grow a business? Like, what would this $10,000 do? So everything that you need to state on your application, what box needs to be checked, is already done for you. Okay, you do not have to have an EIN or LLC to obtain this money. I just sent one of my clients, and they offered from one 350,000, and from the other lender up to 7 billion. All I can do is try to put y'all on and get y'all in this direction. I cannot make you drink, but I can lead you. Okay, that's all I can do. If you want the $10,000 play, I will give it to you for $47. You can have this money in your bank account in 7 to 10 business days, which is a Monday, Friday times 2 weeks. That's all it takes. I have that one for 47. If you want the $75,000, which is very similar, okay? I give you everything. Everything is pretty much done for you. All you got to do is go put your name and your, information in the brackets. But everything else is done for you. The write up, what we use the money for, all of that is done for you, so you don't have to go figure it out. You can get the $75,000 SBA play, and trust me, it's a lot of money that's available to y'all that y'all don't know about. And if you say, well, if it's $75,000, that's a lot. That's a loan. I just told you how to pay them back their money using their own money. $75,000 loan, that's $500 every single month being paid back. That's $6,000 a year. That's $12,000 for 2 years. I'm gonna take $12,000 out of that 75, okay? And the rest, I'm gonna go ahead and invest. I'm gonna go buy me an apartment complex. I'm gonna go buy me a car wash. I'm gonna go buy me a storage. I'm gonna go buy me a laundromat. Something that seems boring, but people need it every single day, okay? And then I'm gonna be in a profit mode for 2 years while I done already paid them back, okay? Over 1/4 of the loan, and I done paid it back for 2 years, automatic payment, baby. Listen, by the time I get to the halfway mark, they're gonna offer me more, and I'm gonna take it. Okay, never pay that back. Never, never, never. Just use it to make me more money. Okay, so I have those two SBA plays. One is 10K, $47. The other one is 75,000. Me, honestly, go for the 75,000. 100%. Okay, it's $97. The last one that I have is $250,000 guaranteed in 30 days. Okay, this is not, and I cannot offer this to everybody. Honestly, I can only offer it to like one or two of y'all. 2 would be in the max. Because I initially said 5 and then 7 showed up. Okay, I don't want everybody to have access to this information, because when we start giving it out and it gets overcrowded, then they start changing up rules. I want to keep it small, okay, simple, sweet. We go in and we get what we need, and in little numbers. So I'll give you access, 1 or 2 of y'all, for $197. You will get 250K guaranteed. It says it right there boldly inside of the whole get down. Okay. So it is like, it's not a course. I'm not going to say it's a course, it's a walkthrough. This is how you're going to get that 250,000. At the end of it, they're going to pair you with several lenders that is ready to fund you. Okay. $250,000 in 30 days. And you can even get fintech money within 3 to 4 days max. So you get access to all of this. Okay, I would allow you guys to get that for 197. One or two of you. Okay. With that being said, the very last thing that I am going to present for you, I have 3 spots where I will personally customize without knowing your social security number. I don't need to know that. Okay. I will generate your customized dispute letters to have your negative items and remarks removed from your credit report within the first 30 days. Okay. I will only allow 3 people to participate. Really, what I need is your receipts. I don't need nothing else but your receipts. Okay. For a reason. So that's why I'm offering this to 3 of you. I will do your credit repair customized dispute template letters that will have negative, derogatory remarks, statements. It don't matter what it is. If it's affecting you, it will be removed in 30 days or less. The only reason why we got to wait 30 days is because we are disputing and it takes an investigation 30 days according to what they say. Okay. But I will take 3 of you and all I will do is create your dispute letters. I will have them up and sent over to you within 48 hours. Okay. It doesn't take long as you can just get me one piece of information that I need, then I got the rest. And we will wait for 30 days to see how much your score goes up, what was removed, etc. And then you can go tell a friend, be an affiliate, make money with me because you have social proof. I will only do this for 3 of you. Okay. 48-hour return, customized dispute. We will analyze your credit report. We will make sure if there's anything in there that needs to be removed because it is harming you, we will have it removed according to consumer law. Okay. $97 for 3 of you. Put a 7 in the chat if you want that. If you wanted the 3. Dr. T, get my credit to where I need it to be so I can go get that real big bag. I don't even deal with people credit, right? I have clients that if I need to get you funded, I know how to get your credit together. That's the only program I offer when it comes to credit. But not only after we go ahead and get those remarks removed and those negative items removed, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to send you to go get a bag that you ain't never had some funding, okay? I'll know exactly which bureau is more beneficial to use. If all 3 of them are, then you'll use all 3 of them. Do anybody got any questions for me? The done for you credit customized dispute templates that will remove your negative credit history, etc. For 3 of y'all, I will do it for you for $97 and have it returned unto you in 48 hours. Okay? Is there any questions for me? Before I go, let me stop the share on here. My eyes are barely holding on. Instagram fam, let me put up the information on the screen. If any of those opportunities you want to take advantage of, it's now or never. Okay? A missed opportunity is just that. You just don't miss yours when it's knocking at your door. Okay? When you do things now, that means no opportunity wasted. But when you continuously have opportunities passing you by, it's because you are passing over opportunities repeatedly. You say that you don't want to be poor. You say you don't want to be caught up. You say, I want to get myself out of this matrix. But you pass over opportunities repeatedly, which makes you poor. Poor mentally. Okay. I don't know. I lack knowledge. Poor financially. Because I lack knowledge, I can't make more. I can't have more. I'm limited. Okay. Poor is not just, how much revenue you got. It's a mindset. It's a belief system. So if you guys are interested over here on Instagram, y'all can't see the information over here that they can, but I will honor it for 1 hour from this time. I will honor if you are interested in any of those programs. Hit me up and I will send you the information that they are able to see over here on this screen. Okay. I am about to go and get my bunions. Maybe something to eat or something. Like I said, it's been a long one. Put my feet up and try to just take a deep breath and a chill pill. I sure can't wait to go home, y'all. I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to go home. I'm trying not to complain because complaining angers God, but I just can't wait to go home. Y'all pray for your girl. My husband can use it for real, snatch up a spot. Thank you so much, Dr. T. Now that I finally tasted the nectar, it's up from here. That's what I'm talking about. My brother been rocking with me. Didn't you come by here and meet me on some free stuff? Wasn't I not giving free game? I think it was in December of 2024, possibly. Yeah. I came here for like a blitz. Excuse me. From like December to February. Just laying it on thick like MAC lip gloss. And I was just showing this stuff, right? I was just showing this stuff, how to do this, how to build that, so many of my brothers and sisters, Clifford being one of them, he actually invested as well, but Clifford being one of them that, he's been on the money. Very proud of him. Been rocking with you ever since, and you have. Because he is somebody who has taken the information and executed it. Very brilliant mind. Okay? And I love that for my brother. And I love that about my brother. Yes, locked in for lifers. Okay, we family and kin folks over here. All right, y'all. Since there ain't no questions, I'm going to go ahead and dismantle the live. Okay? I love y'all. Keep me up in prayer as I pray for you all. Whether you believe that or not, I know people use that word loosely. I'm praying for you. When I say I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you. Everybody that God has entrusted into my care to cross my timelines, that we done made a virtual relationship, I pray for you. Because I know it's a lot happening. Okay? I come by here, the opportunities that I offer are birthed out of prayer. How can I help my people? Because that's what I bombard God with. Father, I know you ain't finna let us. I know we ain't going down like this. You a good God. I don't know you to just allow the devil to be out here deviling and doing too much. No. Okay? So that's why I show up. But I love y'all. If y'all are interested in any of those opportunities before I go, because I know how this goes. And I'm going to say this right here, right now. Do not email me. I will not respond. I'm just going to say that because there's several people. When I come here, I explain to you what's going on. I explain to you actually like what it is. Yeah, I explain to you what it is, so there's no need to be going back and forth with no email. Hey, was it? No, you gonna get. Listen, I came by here to make it plain for you. There ain't no extra detail. It is what it is. Okay, don't waste my time. I won't waste yours. And if I feel like you wasting my time, then you just gonna sit on the unseen list, literally. Okay, that's where you're gonna sit. All right, I love y'all. Congrats, respect, and salute. Let's go. All right, I'm getting number 3 and 7 for credit fixed. That means 2 more spots. Anybody else want those? Let me get your credit to where it needs to be. I don't care if you think your credit is perfect. Let me analyze it. Okay. And then let me go help you get funded. Do you guys know that I can get you funding with a credit score as low as the mid 500s? I know where to go get you some money from. You play yourself when you don't try. Of course, I'm not throwing a dog a bone. Okay. You definitely have to pick yourself up and stand up on your feet. And when I see that you are willing to invest in yourself, that you and your family matter to you first, I don't mind giving you whatever I got. I really don't. I don't mind serving. I don't mind helping. This has probably been the longest time that I have been away from about maybe two or three of my mentorships, which we about to kick up. It has been one tumultuous merry-go-round for about the last, what, 3 months? I think 3 or 4 months. But no, I pour. Okay. It's the first break I done took in 6 years to just deal with some stuff that was like, bruh, if I told y'all, you wouldn't believe me. And one day I am going to get the courage to tell y'all because I know God didn't let it happen for no reason. When you pay attention. That's it. As simple as that. I don't want my time wasted. You can't get that back. And then what I'm gonna do? Sit up and tell God, well, I was just not When you pay attention because your money is involved. And you come and you ready to execute. So with that being said, love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next time. Keep me in prayer. I will keep you in prayer. And we will go with God because God will always go with us. And when we do that, we will remain in peace and not end up in pieces because the world is on the verge, okay, of bankrupt, of calamity, of chaos. But we're going to be the ones to weather the storm. We're going to be the ones built our house on a solid rock and not on sinking sand. I love y'all and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.